to you, so
That's fine. Oh, why is my stream not appearing on my channel? What's going on? There we go.
it's up for me.
Yeah, it's just come up. Right, let me put this back in here.
It's up for me. Yeah, it's just come up. You were just before me.
Yeah. I do apologise, everyone. My internet has decided to kick me out, but we are back on track, and well, almost. We're just loading in.
It's alright, you're going to be just in time. They're just coming up to the grid.
Oh,
Two Williams have gone very far ahead of everyone else. So they might be on cold tyres. It could be an interesting start.
A few drivers opting for the medium tyres from RJ, Lifeboat, One Wing and Yusuf. So alternate strategy for those guys. Starting just outside the top 10. We are back in. I do apologise once again. We are just waiting for those green flags to grace us with their appearance. At the moment, yeah, cool, thanks game. I know I'm in spectator mode. There we go then, we're waiting for those red lights. It's 5 red lights. And away we go for the Netherlands Grand Prix. It looks like a good start from the Williams drivers. SW gets away well. Harry Bix is on the attack already. He's going down the inside of Madman Ollie Oliver at the moment. I think the Williams have got the better of him. Tinos has got up a position as well. They're all fumbling around at the back, trying to make up positions at the minute. It's a clean getaway for the Tier 2 drivers. Well done. It's not the easiest of things to do here, although we do have a Ferrari off in Sector 1. As the yellow flag has been brought out, Madman is already on the attack on his teammate. He's pushing him through Sector 2, trying to find a way through, but it's hard to overtake around here. We got an Alfa Romeo going slowly. That's RJ Blair going backwards and is now at the back of the grid.
VK just went for an absolute send on LB through turn 5. That's not normally a place where you send it, but he did it, and now he's looking to get past VK as well, who's looking to get past a struggling Harry Bix, is Tinos. Who's been on Harry Bix on the grass a bit as the two Williams side by side.
Madman Ollie Oliver trying to go around the outside, and it looks like he's going to make it work. SW is going to have to concede that position, and Madman takes the lead of the race at the moment, but I think SW looks like he gets a slightly better exit than his teammates. Might go on the attack here, or he may just let Ollie Oliver go. No, Ollie Oliver goes defensive. He goes to the inside of the circuit. SW looking for a way past his teammate. Ollie Oliver goes back toward the outside, and SW on the inside. It's side by side for the first sector. Don't take each other out, boys. It's going to be bad for your championships, but they're going to continue to go side by side for the first few corners of this contact.
Whoa. Does Harry Bix have not Harry Bix, does Madman have damage? I don't think he does, but Harry Bix looking to take advantage of the contact. He can't quite do it as of yet though, but yeah, Madman just squeezed out a bit there. I don't think there was much choice. You can't really go side by side through there unless you're extremely careful, as VK still looking for a way past Tinos. He's trying to scare Tinos off the track almost with all these pretend sends, but Tinos not moving an inch, and he's still after the Mercedes of Harry Bix.
Yeah,
as we've got a Haas,
There's a Haas well off with One Wing, Mohiti and RJ Blair not getting to the best of starts of this Grand Prix. Everyone quite close. Krauser and Stingray fighting back here. I think Krauser's actually made a mistake. Yeah, he spun at turn 12.
VK's out. VK's out.
Oh,
at the penultimate corner. Easy place to lose the car. SW sets the
virtual safety car as Lifeboat is now out as well.
Tinos. Just Harry Bix braked really early for turn 1 under this, because I think it changed to a safety car. It was just confusion between them, and Tinos has got himself not only a 5-second penalty, but also he's lost his front left end plate. So Tinos will definitely be coming in this lap. He's lucky that the safety car has indeed come out.
That is a shame for the AlphaTauri driver, Mr. Consistent, but this is very early on in the race. We're only 3 laps of 36. We've now lost VK and Lifebout as well. It looked like he spun at the exit of the final corner and has hit the wall on the front straight there. That is a shame for him. That is going to be his evening over fairly early, as this race is now neutralised. Not sure we'll see many pitters, other than people probably way at the back. I don't know, we'll have a look at the minute. Maybe the soft runners will come in and put on a set of mediums and go medium to the end.
You could even go hard to the end from here, yeah. But I'm not sure if that's the optimal strategy. The hards are awful around here. But Tinoz will definitely be coming in for sure. It'll be interesting to see what tyres he does go on. Biggest gainer, by the way, off the first lap is Hartmann, up 8 positions off the first lap.
Tinoz is in. Here comes Tinoz. Yeah, he'll have to serve that 5-second penalty in the pit lane. That's the one.
And he's got to change his wing.
That's going to send him probably not right at the back. He might just get out ahead of maybe one of the Alfa Romeos. We'll wait and see as they start changing the tyres in the car now. He's gone into the medium tyres. Vardy and Alex have also come into the pit lane for mediums. So they're going for that 2-stop strategy. This is a free pit stop, so it'll probably at least be a 1 stop for a lot of the drivers at the moment. But as predicted, Tinoz has not dropped too far back. He's only just outside the top 10 there in P11. So not too bad. It's definitely a recoverable drive, and everyone apart from Alex and Vardy ahead of him will need to come into the pits.
Yeah, he's going to be hoping for another safety car, Tinoz, because he is going to have to stop again. He's not getting those mediums to the end. QB has gone for the hards, so I wonder if we'll see him go all the way to the end of this race. Yusuf as well started on the mediums, but SW retains the lead of the race for now. His teammate just behind. No one else in the top 7 or 8. Pitting, as you predicted, Sumo. Stingray, by the way, up to P7 thanks to all of that.
Yeah, Stingray getting a monstrous lead. It's a shame that the only Aston Martin in the lead at the race right now is the safety car. But yeah, we look like a good start from everybody. The Williams getting away well. SW holding off his teammate at the moment. Man might not be too happy about that, but that was the fairest racing you're probably going to get around Zandvoort. It is a very hard track to overtake on, and you've got to be the most careful of drivers not to make any mistakes and end up taking yourself or other drivers out around this circuit. And it's certainly better racing than you'd find on an online lobby, that's for sure.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fair between the two. RJ gets himself a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane under safety car, which is not what you want. No. Yeah, I thought it was pretty fair. I mean, there was a bit of contact as they went through, what was that, 1, 2, 3, turn 4? Turn 3 and 4. Yeah. So, but I mean, that was always going to happen. So it's lucky that both of them had no damage in the end. Yeah. But yeah, very hard but fair racing between the two teammates. No love lost, that's for sure.
Yeah, certainly.
But Harry Bix will be looking to get his nose into the mix as well as the two fight a bit more.
And LB is up into P4 at the moment. He'll be surely wanting to get himself into the thick of it, but we'll have to wait and see when this race is restarted. Just looking at the pit stops, exactly half of the grid thus far that are currently still running have come into the pits. So that'll be everyone down from Alex. A lot of them some have come in for their second stop already, but that's because of incidents on the opening laps. I think the safety car in. It is in, so SW is now going to be controlling the pace. He's the effective safety car while it peels into the pit lane, and he's got a very big gap to his teammate behind now. I'm not sure what's going on. I think Harry Bix is getting a little bit eager under safety car. He wants to watch that, otherwise he might find himself in the steward's room as SW go.
It was a bit of a fake. I'm not sure about that. He's gone now, though, definitely.
There he goes. And Harry Bix is on the attack at the minute, and he almost goes into the back of Ollie Oliver there as he tries to fend him off. Oh, that's a shame for Tinoz. He's losing places. He's dropping like a stone, and he's into the pit lane. So he's going to go right to the back. But Harry Bix up the inside of Madman, and he's got the position, and he's going to be going straight on the attack for SW. And looking behind him as Ollie Oliver's trying to find a way through the back corner there. Not quite going to work for the Williams driver at the moment. Harry Bix is going to be on the chase through this twisty part of the first sector into the second sector now. He's looking for a way through, but it's not quite going to find it at the moment. He'll have to wait until the next DRS zone, but there will be no DRS for the first 3 laps. He's going to have to keep an eye on his mirrors though, as Ollie Oliver is all over the back of that Mercedes car.
It's very close between these 3. LB is just watching and waiting as well. Neil dropping back a bit in the meantime. But yeah, Tinoz all the way to the back. He's had to stop again, so obviously disaster under the safety car restart. A bit of confusion possibly. But yeah, he's not going to be happy, the championship protagonist. And Madman is going to be... I don't know if he knows that Tinoz has dropped to the back, but I think he might be a bit more cautious if he does know that. But I don't think we will see that. I think he'll fight for the positions even so, as Yusuf gets past Stingray at the final corner.
SW weaving all over the place, trying to break the toe. Mahiti's retired from the session. We've lost a Ferrari, and I think one of the Alfa Romeos has caught out on that crash as well. I think the Alfa Romeo is still going, and Vardy's out of the race now. He's retired in the pit lane.
Yeah, RJ was caught out as well. Tinoz will be happy to see that safety car again. He's going to be straight back in the race, and hoping to stay there, really.
Yeah, certainly so.
The session now, unfortunate for the Haas driver.
Yeah, he was in a really good position with Pommy Alex there. He was the second car in the cars that had stopped at the moment. So I think these soft runners might just come in now. It might be a nice mix of strategy between medium and hard tyres. We'll have to wait and see. 16 people watching so far. Thank you very much. We'll take this time. I realise I haven't given a shout out to our sponsor, which is unusual of me. I do apologise, but this stream and Tier 2 itself is sponsored by Positive Perception Media Design Products. Head over to their Instagram, as there are some awesome GT liveries over on their Instagram page and their Facebook page as well. So please go over there, give them a like, share their posts as well, as if GT liveries is what you like seeing and awesome livery designs is what you enjoy. Then head over there, as RJ's got himself a drive-through penalty. That does suck indeed. There's a couple of drivers into the pits, LB and Hartman, both peeling into the pit lane then, so as well as Krauser as well. So Red Bull double stacking, looking like medium tyres for LB at the moment. Krauser going on for the mediums as well. This is probably a good time for the Red Bulls to come in. I think they might have got that right. I think Krauser's serving a penalty or something there as well.
Yeah, interesting difference of strategy here. Obviously, the 2 Williams and the Mercedes of Harry Bix have decided to stay out a bit longer and maybe hope for another safety car. But, well, or the one stop, either works. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think the mediums can get to the end from here. It would be, what, that's 28 laps? Oh, no, I don't think they can do that. But the hards can go all the way from here, but I don't think the mediums can, so they will have to stop again. Tinoz hasn't come in again, so he will be rejoining in P13. He'll be glad that he's not out of the race, seeing the 4 DNFs already. Yeah,
certainly so. I will say to the people watching at the moment, make sure you like and subscribe. I don't know if I said that earlier. I might have. I can't remember. It was, you know, I've done stuff since then. But anyway, hello Dave. It's nice to see you in the Tier 2 chat at the moment. Missing you on the circuit at the moment. Hope the recovery after the op's going well, pal. Hello Scott. It's nice to have you in there. Yeah, it was a shame that Vardy was in a really good spot to get some decent points this evening. But that is racing at the end of the day. I think we're going to have one more lap under safety car conditions, as we've got Tinoz and RJ just catching onto the back of the grid there at the moment.
Yeah, Tinoz and RJ catching up now, so we should have one more lap, as you say. Interesting now that Harry Bix splits the 2 Williams. I wonder if we'll see him try and attack SW at the safety car restart, the same as he did to Madman. Easiest place to overtake around this track is, of course, turn 1 if the car ahead leaves you the inside. If the car ahead just tucks in and doesn't leave you any room to go down the inside, then it's very tough to overtake all the way around the outside. You have to sort of dance the car around. Switchbacks don't really work unless you get them absolutely spot on through turn 1. So yeah, it's going to be interesting the run to turn 1, because if you do have the inside, you can brake very, very late and still get the car stopped. So yeah, the defending cars will be wanting to cover off the inside as much as they can.
SW running very wide there. I think the safety car's going a little bit slow for his liking, just avoiding the back of it. I saw recently this week a very odd glitch where the safety car in Baku decided it was going to go and visit Barrier and take the leader of the race with them. It was a very bizarre glitch. I remember I remember the comment above it being "Thanks, Mafia," but anyway.
I saw a bug on Reddit where it was just a bunch of cars were crashed on the track, and the safety car just came in at full speed and ploughed through the cars.
Yeah, certainly. Anyway, SW is once again your effective safety car. He's going to be looking to try and get the jump on Harry Bix, who's all over the back of that Williams. He's right up in his gearbox at the moment, eager to get his way past there at the on the restart of this race, and SW's gone. Madman looking like he's on the attack straight away. He's going to try and do what Harry Bix did to him on the first lap, but Harry Bix tries to cover him off, and he does so well. Madman looking toward the outside. He's going to try and stick it all the way around, but the Mercedes is just going to say, no, you don't. Stay behind me, mate, and I'm going after your teammate.
Pommy Alex as well nearly went through on Yusuf a little bit further back. But he doesn't quite get the move done. QB ships a position to Hartmann as well, who did come in for a stop in the end.
Very tight between these guys as one wing goes around the outside of QB. Crowds are looking to do the same. QB definitely causing a little bit of a traffic jam through Sector 1 there for some of the drivers, and they managed to get through cleanly, which is nice to see. Tinnels will want to try and clear some of these guys if he can, if he wants to try and keep that streak of podiums going at the moment. Pommy Alex very close to the back of that Ferrari, almost pushing him through that corner, almost hitting the back of him, but he's going to get the run on him. He's going to look to the outside. Yusuf is going to give him the space. They're going to go side by side into turn 12. There's a little bit of contact as they run each other off the road.
I think we'll see that later in the stewards room as Hartmann now goes through, so he'll be saying thank you very much. Same with LB. Pommy Alex drops all the way to the back of the grid, so I don't think he'll be too happy about that one, as Crozer gets through the Ferrari as well. Two Red Bulls making their way through.
Ferrari running, getting the run back on him. He's trying to look, but Krauser's just got that straight line speed to cover him off there. So Krauser firmly up into P9 at the moment, as RJ Blair is in the pit lane once again. That might be a retirement for the Alfa Romeo, perhaps. He's been having a good season in the first few races, but has definitely dropped back in recent times. But we'll go back to the fight at the front at the moment. That's not Ollie Oliver, that was Neil there. But Ollie Oliver, there he is. It's Harry Bix is round, he's round! Oh! He's round, Madman's got through, he's gone backwards into the barrier. I'm not sure if he's got rear wing damage there, but he's managed to keep it going at the moment. That promotes Neil up into P3.
Wow, Tinoz will say thank you very much. Harry Bix drops. Stingray's dropped a position as well. Is that Crozer? Crozer's spun it as well, as all sorts of things happening. So many mistakes being made right now. Got yellow flags still through Sector 2. Hartmann, Stingray is causing a bit of a traffic jam as well. Everyone who's behind him seems to have spun though, so it's just Hartmann now. SW sets the fastest lap. He's pulling away from Madman after Harry Bix's error. Neil is still enabled, riding high in P3 as LB trying to catch him in P4.
Pommy Alex on the attack on QB at the moment. DRS has been enabled. Now at the moment we've got Hartmann looking for a way past the Aston Martin, the Stingray at the moment. He's not going to get it done just now. We'll have to be patient and wait for that DRS zone, or wait for Stingray to make a mistake, excuse me. Madman catching back up to his teammate at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on that gap as it begins to come down. Hartman still trying to find his way past that Aston Martin. He's just got to be as patient as he possibly can, as patience is what pays off around circuits like Zandvoort, where it is hard to overtake. Tenoz up into P9. He's definitely making progress up there. He could see himself toward the front on the pit stops, but Hartman's going up the inside into turn 12.
Whoa!
Aston sticking it around the outside. That was a great bit of defensive driving from the Aston Martin there. It looked a little bit hairy, a little bit close between them. One Ring's also getting involved. They're going side by side for the penultimate corner as Hartman says, "Get out of my way, mate. I'm going forward into the top 5.
SW into the pits, by the way, so he's going to be going on to the mediums, hoping to go to the end from here. Madman sets the fastest lap as he stays out. One wing round the outside of Hartman, by the way, on the hards.
Great move from the Alfa Romeo. I'm sure Bumblebee is going to be clapping at that one, seeing his teammate get one over on Hartman. I think Bumblebee, One Ring, and Hartman all good buddies with each other, and yeah, despite that, they race each other just as hard as anyone else here in the community. LB hunting down Neil, who has found himself in P2 on his debut here in Tier 2 in that Alpine car. And LB will want to get straight past him if he can. I think the round of pit stops will be coming for these guys. LB looking around the outside of Neil at the moment, but Neil's got a lot of straight line speed. But the DRS goes to LB at the minute. He's trying to find a way through very close to the rear end of the Alpine. Was LB there, but he's just going to wait. Neil might peel into the pit lane on this lap here. We'll go cut back with Ollie Oliver and see what he's up to. Is he going to pin into the pit lane? He's got very little ERS, but yes, he's into the pits. So he's going to be trying to look to come out in front of SW, his teammate, who's got a little bit of clear air out in front of him. Neil stays out. He goes into the lead of this race, but LB is going to go up the inside into turn 1. They're going to go side by side through the first corner, but I think LB has got him and is going to try and stretch those mediums out and maybe claim a race win here.
Harry Bix is out.
Harry Bix is out of the race, and that's another safety car.
That's good timing for LB. Not so good timing for Madman and SW. In fact, Madman's gone for the softs.
Madman going for a definite soft, medium strategy there.
Interesting call. Tinoz is up to P6, by the way, again. So that's both Mercedes out again after their fantastic result last race, but couldn't follow through with another one today. We do have legendary commentator Zach Sweeney in the chat, by the way.
Oh, Zach Sweeney's in the chat, everybody. How blessed are we here in Tier 2? This is not a very rare occurrence that we get Zach here. Zach released his, I think, second show reel of his channel. Great show reel covering a multitude of different motorsports and great commentary skills shown by the young man. Younger than both of us, I believe. We're somehow the rookies. This is weird way of the world there.
When you said he's released, I thought you were going to say he's just recently released his new mixtape.
In other news, Pommy Alex is up into P2 after the guys come in for their pit stops. So the People's Champion on a provisional podium for the moment. Although Zach, I will say, I was very disappointed not to be in the show reel, but we'll move on. As we get this, we try and get this race back underway after on the third safety car of the evening.
RJ will be happy to see another safety car.
As will Tinoz.
Yeah, for sure. He's come in for it was planned to be a fresh set of mediums, but he's had to put on the old two lap old set that he had previously. But he's still sitting in P8, so he's not doing too badly actually. Madman is up to P3, but he will have to stop again. None of the guys on mediums, other than the top two, will have to stop again. Can LB take those to the end? 27 laps. That's tricky. I'm not sure he can do that, but you never know. We'll have to find out. Yeah, Madman definitely going to have to stop again, but everyone behind him, I don't think they are, so he's going to have to pull out a mighty gap to make this strategy work unless there's another safety car, which I wouldn't honestly put out of the question. So we'll have to see if that's a good decision or not later in the race.
Yeah, certainly so. But what this is doing, the more safety cars we have, the more chance that mediums are going to go straight to the end for some of these drivers, as it just takes away the amount of laps that they've got to go full throttle on them. And LB is a very capable driver. I'm not sure if those mediums will go to the end. They're going to feel like absolute rubbish, but he'll definitely be able to go onto a set of softs toward the end of the race. But how detrimental that will be to his campaign for the race win at the moment, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you really need to caress the tyres around here. You can't be caught up in battles because the optimal strategy is tyre saving all the time. And if you're caught up in side-by-side battles with people all the time, then you're not going to be able to save the tyres long enough, and you're going to really lose out strategically. So it's tough. You really do need to save. And LB is going to be thinking, well, I mean, he would have been thinking it's definitely a two-stop, but now the safety cars come out, I think he's going to rethink, and he's going to think, maybe I can get these to the end. I'm not sure. Sometimes it works like that. Sometimes as the race goes on, you realise that something that you didn't think was possible when you came in for your previous pit stop might actually be possible.
Yeah, certainly so. As Pommy Alex has a little bit of a venture on the grass. Must have seen a bit that was a little bit too long there.
Oh, there's a murder in the chat. There's a murder in the chat. Oh no, poor Rick.
Oh.
It was nice to know him.
Call the police. As I think the safety car is making its way in for the third time this evening. As LB becomes your effective safety car now. Pommy Alex on 11 lap old mediums there. He's going to be struggling to keep Madman on those fresh softs behind. LB very competent in leading races, as we saw not just 2 weeks ago in Hungary during a very wet race around that circuit in Budapest. But there goes LB catching Pommy Alex asleep a little bit, and Ollie Oliver already on the attack on the McLaren driver. He's pulling alongside and he's ahead before the braking zone, and I think SW's going for a send and a half. And he's almost round, making contact with the Australian driver, and is lucky to keep that car on the road.
He is indeed. That was a very opportunistic send. It didn't quite work for him, but luckily he is still on the track. Madman now, after LB's pushing him through the latter part of Sector 1.
We could see get him through? Move, baby.
Oh, LB covers him off. Could Madman do a wreck here? No, he's not. He's going to be more sensible than that. As he comes through now, through Sector 2, no send there. SW also on the back of Pommy Alex. He wants to get past the McLaren as soon as he possibly can. As all these drivers trying to get through these non-stoppers.
Yeah, certainly so. Whoa, nearly going into the back. LB really jumps right over that curb through turn 12 there. You could see the car almost taken off the ground at the minute. But Madman and LB already putting a second away from Pommy Alex on those old mediums. He's really going to be struggling for grip against him as Neil gets his way past SW in the Williams. The man on pole now down to P5, and I think One Ring's looking to get involved in the action as well.
The outside of turn 1, sorry to cut you off, Sumo. Here they go, they're side by side, Madman and LB. LB is just ahead. Can Madman send it around the outside? They're still side by side through turn 4, and now turn 5, and Madman's got the inside, but LB has the better drive. They're still side by side through Sector 1. Who's going to lose it? Madman nearly loses it as he just gets on the curb but manages to save the car. That was a fantastic save, and he's going to be back on the charge after the Red Bull once more.
What a battle between those two. You are right there, Rick. Somehow miraculously revived after being murdered in the chat. But anyway, we're going to continue on. SW, our pole man, is way down in 5th after being attacked by Neil, and One Ring was trying to get involved in that as well. And I think Madman is on another charge again He's going to struggle for a little bit, but I think DRS is going to be enabled this lap. He sits a purple sector 2 at the moment on those soft tyres, but they're not going to go too far. So if a safety car doesn't come out for Madman, he might be in a little bit of trouble in terms of getting himself on the podium at the moment. But here we go then, Madman on the... Yeah, definitely so. Madman on the attack again, getting in the slipstream. He's not quite got the speed to make a move on LB at the moment. He'll just be looking for a mistake. He'll be looking to put the pressure on LB, get in his mirrors, make LB make a bad choice, or just get a bad exit on any of these corners through here if he wants to try and get through outside of the DRS zone. Pommy Alex forming a train of cars behind him. Everyone aboard the Pommy Alex train, all the way down to Tinos. And then I think RJ Blair's on the attack on QB. They go side by side through Sector 1. RJ gets through around the outside of the Haas driver. And Madman's on the attack already. Again, he's pushing LB.
SW's lost it. SW's lost it. He's lost his front wing.
No, SW into the wall with Sector 2. There's another safety car.
Oh, no. Another safety car. It's good news for Madman. That's what he wanted, but our 4th safety car of the evening, despite no DNFs. Obviously, the stewards think there's too much debris out there. Well, the Codemaster stewards, that is. As SW will be happy to see that for sure. He would be thinking his race was over. But he can now come in for a new front wing. But it is a disaster for the pole sitter, who was looking so good at this track, but just loses it there. And LB and Madman both in, Pommy Alex in. So Neil will now lead the race, the debutant, as Hartman will be in P2 and Tinos will be in P3 to restart this race, which is quite incredible after he found himself in the wall, I think, twice at the start of this race.
Ghost, I was only saying on the last safety car that these safety cars are helping out people trying to get to the end on mediums. And look at those Alpha Tauris. 4 laps on mediums for Hartman, 6 for Tinos. This safety car will probably go in by about lap 22, but I reckon they might try and go to the end. And hell, Neil could even try and go to the end here as well and get a win on debut for Alpine. That would be an incredible sight to see.
I think everyone on track right now is going to the end.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone's in. It'll be a battle between LB and Madman. They'll have to try and make their way through the grid. Stingray and Yusuf might hold them up a little bit there on those hard tyres, but I think going to the end is not out of the question anymore. But if we get any more safety cars, though, that could all change. We've had 4 so far. Hopefully we don't have any more. Thankfully, SW is still in this race and is able to join on the back. It's not going to be the ideal situation for him, but you know, 4 safety cars is a little bit excessive, guys, so we do want to calm it down a little bit now. Rick's not very happy.
We did... what was I going to say? I was going to say something and it just went straight out of my head. Oh yeah, we did sort of softly condemn the strategy decision of Madman to stay out at the previous safety car. And I think we might be justified, or no, to go on the softs rather. And I think we might be justified in that, as he now comes out in P10 and he's going to have to fight his way all the way up the grid as RJ comes into the pits. So that does give Madman another free position. The Alfa Romeos both drop to the back. So not the best day for them. They're only 8 points behind in the constructors, but I think that's going to change today. As Alpha Tauri currently running 2 and 3 at the championship, the constructors championship leaders, and they are on an absolute flyer after it looked absolutely down and out at the start of this race. Somehow they found themselves back at the front again, and that's what a lot of safety cars can do.
I wonder if we'll see team orders here, as Tinos is in the fight for the championship with Madman, and well, LB will be looking to get in front of those hard runners as quickly as he possibly can to put them between himself and Madman. Another interesting strategy play there, the Alfa Romeos deciding to go for the softs, trying to take those to the end. They might just get there. It'll be 14 laps or so on that tyre, so it could just happen. They will feel horrible toward the end of the race, but if it works, it works. for them, and hell, we may even see yet another safety car, but fingers crossed, touch wood, this, that and the other, that we don't see another one. But I think we're about to go racing again, Ghost. Yep, there it is, there goes the safety car. So Neil, his debut race, a crazy race for him, and he'll be looking to go all the way to the end, staying in this position, leading the pack around. But this will be the first time in APPF1 he leads a race for us, and is our current safety car, effective safety car even. Second race for Neil. I don't remember his first race, Rick, but you know,
Tier 1.
Tier 1, first race of Tier 2, Rick, so see you later, mate. You get murdered again. Back in the grave for you, pal.
When's he going to punch it? He's gone, finally. Hartman caught out a little bit. He was looking for it. Here comes
on the
Tinos
attack.
on his teammate. Round the outside, who's gone? LB's pitted, so obviously he took damage under the safety car. Disaster for the Red Bull, but Tinos
round the
outside, and he is up into P2.
Madman looking for a move on Stingray. He goes round the, up the inside, and there's a Ferrari off at the banked corner there. But Madman has cleared both the hard tyre runners as one spun, and he managed to get past the other one. So Madman's going to be on a mad charge to try and get through. RJ's followed him as well. So it'll be the battle for the guys up in the head to keep these two on the freshest tyres away from that podium position. But I'm on the wrong driver here as Neil's coming under pressure from Tinos. Tinos wants this win. He needs it in order to get ahead of Madman Ollie Oliver, who he's 1 point behind in the championship at the moment. Ollie Oliver will be looking to try and get through on QB, but I think Hartman and Krauser are going to give him a hard time when he does get through.
Two Williams avoiding the carnage, and they're up to P6 and 8 already. Madman on the back of this pack as well. And it's a pack all the way up to
RJ
Neil.
is on the hunt here though, Ghost, and he's on those fresh soft tyres. Madman getting a little bit on the grass on the through the banked corner there on the last corner, as One Ring and Stingray go racing with each other. One Ring gets up a place past Stingray on those hard tyres.
And RJ nearly goes for a send on Madman. I don't know if there was damage there to the Alfa Romeo, but there was certainly contact. There's no visible damage, but there might be sort of an olive-coloured wing. There might well be. He goes a bit wide there, so I think there might be. SW could take advantage of this behind as well. Madman's still trying to get past QB.
RJ very much on the grass, all out of shape, and SW's up into P7.
Yeah, he's definitely got minimal damage on that Alfa Romeo. He's going to have to come in yet again. It's a nightmare race for RJ as Madman now round the outside of QB. He's got the ERS. QB not going to fight it too hard, and in fact just lets him go. Just says, all right, mate, you get on with your race. I just want to finish in the top 10 today.
Yeah,
and
this would be a great result for QB if he manages to hold on to it. But he's got a lot of quick drivers behind him. SW and RJ on the hunt to try and get themselves up a few positions in this race. DRS is now enabled, so the fighting is going to intensify now as SW gets past QB and RJ as well. So RJ, I'm not sure he does have any damage there, Ghost, or if he does, he's managing to look after it well, as RJ's all over the back of the Williams of SW. Krauser trying to make up some ground. The only Red Bull really in the fight now, as LB's way down the order, but they may yet see another safety car. Fastest lap for LB though. He'll be looking to try and catch up on those soft tyres, which he will definitely look to go to the end. But Neil doing a fantastic job to lead this race and keep Tinos behind him at the moment.
He is indeed. Tinos just can't find a way through right now, as RJ has indeed caught back up. So I think maybe just a series of mistakes all at the same time, as Madman looking to get past the Red Bull, but Crozer's going to fight him very hard because there's 2 championships on the line here. As yellow flags, is that, who's that?
That's a Ferrari. That's user out of the race. It's a safety car.
Another safety car. Oh my gosh.
5 safety cars.
Oh my gosh.
The question is, how many drivers come in for soft tyres?
Neil's in. Neil is in. Tinos is in. Hartman is in. Double stack for the AlphaTauris. Madman in. Everyone's coming in for the
stayed out. SW stayed out.
Yeah.
And both the Alfa Romeo stay out as well.
Also. Yeah.
Oh, RJ's in. RJ's in. And QB finds himself up in the 3rd place. I think Stingway's made a mistake staying out on those hard tyres as he goes wide into turn 1.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's going to be absolutely swamped at the safety car restart. I wouldn't be surprised to see more carnage.
LB comes in. I'd have stayed out, personally.
Yeah, me too.
Unless he got damaged, LB would have been the cat that got the cream if he'd have stayed out there.
I think he might have been too far behind to benefit, actually, at SUMO, because he came in and the others were already starting to leave the pits, so he would have made up maybe 1 position at best. So maybe it was the right decision. After all, Muhiti leaves the session. 2 Ferraris scoring 0 today, sadly.
It's a shame.
As SW now finds himself back in the lead of the race somehow in that Williams, and he's going to be looking to keep it. The pole sitter, of course, had an absolute disaster, found the wall, lost his front wing, caused another safety car earlier, and it looked like it was all over. And now he finds himself in front after taking the alternate strategy, but everyone else will be on fresh softs. It's going to be a fascinating end to this Grand Prix.
Yeah, certainly. So you know why this has happened, though, guys? I think we were talking too much about the strategy at the beginning of the race, and the game's been like, okay, as RJ takes a little bit of a venture onto the grass, yeah, this race has been thrown up in its air 5 times as that safety car has come out, and this Tier 2 season is not letting up at the moment. This might go down as the best season in Tier 2 so far, and APPF1 not disappointing again. There's a bit of debris on the track there. The marshals haven't quite cleared that up. There's a bit of Ferrari wing just sat over there as the safety car ran right over it. Hopefully nobody gets any punctures or anything like that as they're going full speed down the straight there. But 14 people watching, thank you very much. Make sure you like and subscribe, and go check out our sponsor Positive Perception Media Design Products, as their work on GT liveries is amazing. And I was thinking earlier, actually, Ghost, I'd really like to be that cameraman at the banked corner there.
Oh yeah,
you'd have a great view, wouldn't he?
Yeah. As RJ gets himself another 5 seconds
with Madman. With
yeah,
Madman, I think that'll be removed from Madman as he's the car
most
in front.
likely.
But yeah, that's going to shake things up for sure.
RJ just has had an absolute nightmare tonight, and he's still somehow he's still in P8. He's had an absolute shambles of a race. It's been a shocker, and I'm sure he hasn't enjoyed a single minute of it. And yet he finds himself in P8 and not out of the race, which is more than can be said for 6 of our competitors this evening. So yeah, he can't be too upset, but that 5-second penalty isn't going to serve him very well at all.
No, it's not. Safety car's in this lap, so SW then, for the 3rd time this evening, becomes our effective safety car as we prepare to go racing once more. If I had a pound for every time the safety car came out this evening, I would have £5. But yeah, we're looking to get back underway again. I wonder how many. We must have had about a third of the race now under safety car.
Yeah.
At this rate, but SW warming up those tyres. Stingray was going to get absolutely mugged on the start of this race.
Yeah, if I were QB and Stingray, I'd be terrified right now as SW goes
SW is gone. One ring in P2 at the minute on the soft tyres. He's looking set to win this race. He's just got to hold it out, and I'm going to touch wood as not to jinx him. With the commentator's curse,
nearly into the back of Neil as he goes side by side with his championship rival.
Tinno's defending off that Aston Martin on the hard tyres, really just getting in the way. It's a mobile chicane. It's a roadblock for the guys. Neil's got up in front. There's contact. Madman's off the circuit. I think he's got damage.
He's got damage indeed. There was nothing Tinnos could do about that. Stingray got a huge kick of oversteer on the exit. Tinnos had to brake, and Madman just the 3rd one along. got unlucky and lost his front right end plate, and it's a disaster for the championship leader. Tinos in P6, SW is still leading this race.
Here comes Neil on QB,
now.
sorry to cut you off, Ghost. He's going up the inside into turn 12. It's side by side. QB backs off and lets Neil through onto the podium, so he's got into P3, and Neil will be looking to try and get his way up. One wing, 3/10 off of SW, who is getting a much better run through these corners as he's got much better grip on those soft tyres. So it's going to be Alfa Romeo versus Williams coming down the pit straight now, as One Wing's looking to try and go for a way through. He goes onto the inside. They almost come together, the pair of them, but that's going to be One Wing and SW side by side into turn 1. There's a little bit of contact as they go through, and SW fends him off for now, says no, you have the outside of that corner, mate, and I'm going to stay ahead of you. We've got Tinos going for a move on the Aston Martin as well. We've got RJ trying to go side by side into the next corner. There's a little bit of contact between the Alphas, the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeo. Tinos managing to stay ahead at the moment. There's so much going on at the minute. LB trying to get his way through. There's a lot of cars just trying to find their way through all of this traffic at the moment. Tinos is 2/10 behind. We'll keep an eye on the leaders as we're going to go along, as Stingray is just holding all of these guys up there.
RJ's gone into the back of Tinos. It's the same situation again. RJ's lost his front wing yet again, and he's going to be all the way to the back. LB gets another position.
Tinos is looking up the inside of Stingray. Stingray's got the outside for the next corner, but is ahead and has got in front of that Aston Martin on those hard tyres. He's going to be looking on the hunt to go after a podium finish here, as One Wing's actually up into the lead of the race.
Haven't even been watching the lead. There's been carnage up and down the grid. Stingray up ahead of Hartmann, who's down the inside of the last corner.
DRS enabled now. The Stingray is into the wall. He gets a little big little shunt of the wall. Hartmann's trying to find a way through. Pommy Alex looking for a way through as well. There's so much action going on the track at the minute. Stingray gets a little bit out of shape into turn 1, so let's Pommy Alex through. There's a yellow flag. One Wing's out of the race. That is a shame for him. Is there going to be another safety car? I'm not sure. He's in a bit of a dangerous spot at the moment, but the race is still going on at the minute. SW has run off with the race lead at the minute, with Neil in P2 and Tinos P3.
One Wing, I think, succumbing to the pressure. He was about to win his first race in APPF1, and he's just lost it at turn 3. I can't see any other reason why he would have lost it there. He was well ahead of SW, unless SW braked a bit too late. But I think One Wing just succumbed to the pressure, as that's another position for Madman.
Tinos on QB, he's hit the back of him. No, Hartmann's hit the back of QB, and he's lost a bit his end plate.
Tommy Alex down the inside.
Oh, he's going right the outside for the next corner.
Side by side.
So close to the wall. And now LB looking for out the outside. He's going to go for the cutback, maybe. Pommy Alex up the inside of the back corner as well. LB's going to try and go for the move on Hartmann, who's got the damage, and he's going to be blocked from going into the pit lanes. He's going to have to stay out another lap, but LB's not going to get up ahead, as Hartmann does get the slipstream. But LB and Krauser now both mugging Hartmann off at turn 1.
Indeed, it's a constructors' battle. Red Bull and AlphaTauri, no love lost at all between the sister teams. Tinos in P3, he's on for another podium. How does he do it? There's still 6 laps to go, so I hope I haven't jinxed him, but yeah, he's looking very comfortable at the moment. SW looking very confident in the lead of this race as well, and Neil, the debutant, in P2. And by the way, a mention to QB, who's currently in P4, but Pommy Alex dives to the inside and gets the position. QB loses out to LB as well.
It's like watching Fernando Alonso still point some George Russell again. It's horrible.
Here comes Krauser as well down the inside of the Haas. QB ships another position. Will he go down to Hartmann as well? Only time will tell, as the AlphaTauri tries to make up another position, but QB still running decently in P7 at the moment. Madman all the way down in P10. He wants the fastest lap to go with it, because he wants all the points he can get out of this race. What an absolute bedlam this race has been.
LB looking to go up the inside of Pommy Alex into turn 1. It's very tight. Pommy Alex goes as defensive as he can. They're going to go side by side through the first corner, but LB manages to squeeze into that gap and get ahead of the Papaya orange car.
He does indeed. So Pommy Alex down to P5, and LB will be absolutely delighted with P4 after everything that's happened. He's going to go chasing after Tinos, but I'm not sure he's going to make it. Tinos is catching Neil very slowly. He did make a little mistake there, so he lost a bit of time, but he is catching Neil. I don't know if we'll see him on the back of the Alpine towards the end of the race, but he's still running well in P3 at the moment. Pommy Alex still just behind the Red Bull of LB, nearly goes for a spin, gets on the curb, and that's going to maybe invite Crozer. No, he's too far back. But yeah, Pommy Alex just about managing to avoid meeting Barrier there.
The closing speed there on Crozer under the braking zone was quite impressive.
Yeah.
Hasn't closed up too much, but Neil is only 1.6 seconds off of SW at the moment, but SW quite comfortably there. RJ and Madman, I believe, have been lapped at the moment. No, Madman's just way back. It's just RJ who's been lapped by the leaders, but Madman, who was looking for a decent result in this race, is going to be way down, so it's going to see Tinoz hopefully taking the lead of the championship back.
Indeed, and it will be by quite a way as well. That's 6 points he's going to gain on the Williams, so Tinoz will be leading by 5 points if it stays like this. And I said Tinoz was catching Neil, but he's not. That gap has increased actually since I said that. It's up to 2.8, 2.9 now, as Neil chases after the race leader of SW, who's going to be starting to struggle on those mediums towards the end. There's still time for things to happen in this race. Crozer still just behind Pommy Alex. He's got the DRS, and as LB has pulled out of DRS range of the McLaren, so Crozer is going to have an opportunity into turn 1 here if he can get a good exit.
Yeah, they've got around similar amounts of battery as they're coming down the front straight now. Crozer closing and closing and closing. He's going to get that move done. He peels toward the inside, and he's going to be well ahead before the braking zone. And that's a simple overtake for the Red Bull.
Indeed it was.
Vital points for the constructors as well.
Yeah, it is. That's going to mean Red Bull will take the Constructors' Championship lead as it stands if Hartmann can't catch QB, which I don't think he can at the moment. I don't know if he has damage, because he's definitely lost a lot of time to the Haas. He does have damage. He doesn't have a front left end plate, so he's going to lose out to Stingray as well before the end, I think. I think Madman's a bit too far back, but yeah, Hartmann, disaster for him. He's going to go down to P9 possibly. So Red Bull will take the Constructors' lead back, and I mean, it's been chaos. We haven't been able to predict this race at all. It's just cars that have been at the back at so many points during this race are now at the front, and cars that have been at the front are out of the race or at the back. One Wing looks like he's going to take his first APPF1 win and then bottles it. It's carnage out there. You can't predict anything.
Yeah, certainly so.
And there's still 3 laps to go.
Yeah, there is SW, very comfortable lead there, that gap going, but Pommy Alex looking to the inside of Crozer. It gets a little bit hairy as Pommy Alex is round.
Is QB going to make up the position? Is Pommy Alex going to get back round in time? Don't disqualify yourself, Alex. He doesn't, as QB now up into P6. Pommy Alex, as Stingray now is going to be looking to get past the damaged Hartmann, who's looking to limp to the checkered flag. QB up into P6. He's going to be absolutely delighted. Don't bottle it, QB, please. He's on 18 lap on mediums.
It's going to be
hard. Yeah, it's going to be hard to keep them going towards the end. Just be careful, QB. Pommy Alex might well get you before the end. Don't worry.
LB slowly closing in on Tinoz, but I don't think he's going to have enough laps to do it unless he can make up some stellar laps. At the moment, it's a 1.9 gap to the Alpha Tauri in front. Well, he's going to have to pull something special out to try and get up ahead of his rival.
Yeah, Stingray still looking for a way past Hartmann, but he can't find it at the moment. The Aston Martin running decently. I mean, 7 retirements. It's tough not to run decently if you're still in the race. RJ Blair has been at the back pretty much all race, and he's still going to finish in P11 and get himself 10 points. So fair enough. All it takes is to reach the checkered flag sometimes, as Pommy Alex is now within DRS range of QB, but only 2 laps to go. There's not much time for him to get past, although QB has a bit of a slide there, so Pommy Alex does smell blood.
Every time Touchwood has been said, the person mentioned has bottled it, but that's how we do things here in Tier 2. It's an interactive commentary experience. We like to take drivers out you know, just the mere mention of their name, you know, LB is looking to get himself P4 there, but he'll end up in the wall next to that. You watch.
Yeah, what they don't know is we've actually got a panel of buttons in our commentary box, which is just it's got every driver's name on it, and if you press the button, they go in barrier.
Yeah, that's it. Although, speaking of LB, actually, that gap is close to 1.4, so this could be very close between Tinoz and LB for that remaining spot on the podium, as RJ's had a little bit of a spin, but he's managed to keep going. How he's still in this race, I have no idea. Black magic or something. I think he might be immune to the commentator's curse.
Yeah,
something.
Here comes Tommy Alex on QB, looking to take that point away on the final lap. He's going to do it. He's ahead before the corner, but QB, I don't think he's going to fight it too hard. 20 lap old mediums.
1 second between LB and Tinoz. Now down to 1.1. Tinoz will be driving for his life, and he is. Tinoz a little bit quicker. He's made up at least 3/10 in this sector, so I think he might just be safe from Tinoz at the moment. I'm not sure he's actually close enough, but now he's in the DRS range, and as long as he's there during that detection zone, which I'm not sure he's going to be. We'll have a look.
Close.
We'll see. No DRS.
He didn't get it. So I think Tinoz is safe.
Just about. Tinoz has actually closed it up on Neil a little bit as well, but I don't think anyone's going to challenge him. But SW then, he has had one hell of a roller coaster of a race, just like the track that they're racing on at the moment. He comes through that bank corner, and he is going to take the checkered flag for Williams and get his first win in Tier 2 here, as Neil comes across on his debut in Tier 2 for P2. Tinoz P3, another run of podiums for him. Red Bull 4 and 5 as they take the lead of the Constructors' Championship. The People's Champion coming around the final corner now. Just don't bottle it, please, Alex. There he goes. He's going to be checkered flag for him in P6. QB P7, a great result for the Haas driver, whose persistence always pays off. Hartman P8 there, and he does a little bit of a wee. Stingray somehow nursing those hards to the end, despite everyone else being on softs, as Madman has a massive crash over the line.
So SW gets pole and leads and wins the race. So
driver of the day for Krauser.
Pretty boring race, really. Yeah.
There he is. There's SW taking the top step of the podium. Wow, what an incredible race! 5 safety cars. Many changes of the lead. You couldn't predict the winner of this race. You really couldn't.
No.
You couldn't predict the strategy. You couldn't predict anything. It was a truly wild race here in Tier 2. And this season just doesn't cease to surprise me. What are we going to see next week at France? I have no idea. Are the leaders going to take each other out? Is it going to be Is it going to be heavy rain for all through the session? I don't know. But anyway, SW is going to be your winner this evening here at Tier 2 around the dunes of Zandvoort, with Neil and Tinoz joining him on the podium. LB and Krauser take the lead of the Constructors' Championship, finishing P4 and 5. Pommy Alex, QB, Hartman, Stingray and Man Ollie Oliver make up the rest of the top 10. RJ is the final finisher on the circuit, somehow through thick and thin has made it to the end of the race. And with one wing, Yusuf, Harry Bix, Vardy, Muhuti, Lifebout and VK all failing to reach the checkered flag.
Well then.
Wow.
Well, that was something.
That certainly was something.
But yeah, so Tinoz will take the lead of the championship back. I think Stewards is going to be a mess, but yes. we'll have to see how that pans out.
I mean, Bluey may love it, guys, but the rest of us have lives. Oh dear. Oh man, my headache's got worse after that race. But what a race it was, unbelievable. Is there any thoughts, Ghost?
I think driver of the day goes to Bernd Mailander.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone deserves driver of the day today, really.
No, I think yeah, he led a third of the race at least.
Yeah,
So it's got to go to him, I think.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
wow, wow, exciting commentary. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed. Um, it's been an incredibly exciting season so far. We're 4 rounds into this championship. We've got 10 rounds left to go. Next week we're off to Le Castellet, France, just down on the southern coast of France. And well, hopefully it's another belter because this season has been producing incredible race after incredible race thus far, and I want to keep it. We want to keep it going here in Tier 2, as it's always a place for excitement on a Tuesday night. Wow. Wow.
All right then.
But anyway, that's probably going to wrap us up. Make sure you have left a like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying all the Tier 2 action and our 3rd season of the Championship, as there's going to be plenty more to come down the line. We are 1 week away from a week off, which will give me and Ghost plenty of time to catch our breath and make sure our voices are all ready for the session after that. But before that, we have France. But anyway, I'm going to shut up rambling now because I keep rambling on. But I'll quickly say check out all of our APPF1 affiliates, and especially Zach Sweeney, our fellow commentator who does an amazing job for Tier 1 and the Sprint Championship. Anyway, guys, I have been Sumo.
And I have been Ghost.
And we will see you next week in France. Ta-ra for now.